Today, Hypixel has released SkyBlock patch 0.20.6, the modernized mining, die changes, and more update. So in this update, they've added a Crystal Nucleus RNG meter. So if you type /RNG or go up to the Crystal Nucleus Vault and click on it, if it decides to work, you will see here RNG meter. If you click on it, you can select any of these items to be in your RNG meter, so you can now get a Devon's alloy. So they have also revamped the heart of the mountain. So a lot of perks got moved around, got changed or deleted, and there's also quite a few new perks out there. Their goal was apparently to get rid of less useful perks and replace them with more useful ones. And they refunded everyone's powder and everything from the core of the mountain and also every single perk. They just did a full reset on the heart of the mountain. They changed it so disabled perks now appear as redstone, and you can no longer switch to a different pickaxe ability while you have one currently active or on cooldown. So a few of the changes and new perks are Sheer Force, which grants you 200 mining spread. The Metalhead perk grants you Dwarven Metal Fortune, which is a new type of ore. These are Dwarven ores, they appear in the Royal Mines over at the Dwarven Mines area, and they just give you regular ores. I'm pretty sure at a much boosted rate. So it's a pretty nice change. Also, they added extra mining speed when you're mining these metals, added gemstone mining spread when mining in the glacial mine shafts. They added a heat resistance perk, a blockhead perk that increases your block fortune, an old school perk that increases your ore fortune. The mole perk now gives you mining spread when mining hardstone, and efficient miner gives you plus 300 mining spread at max level. So they basically changed the extra like plus certain percent to mine a block adjacent to this into just mining spread. They moved around the quick forge, so it used to be here, and now it's all the way up here. Titanium Insanium used to be here, and that got moved around too. So a lot of things got moved, but I think this is a pretty cool update so far. So they have some new stats for mine and fortune variants. So as crops have certain fortunes, so like carrot fortune, potato fortune, pumpkin fortune, etc. Mine and fortune got 4 new types that stack on top of your base mine and fortune. And these are ores, block, dwarven metals, and gemstone. And you can see which fortunes apply to what. All can be found in the handy book guide. You can type /HBG or go speak to Fragolus. So right here, as you can see, ores are affected by these stats, blocks by those, dwarven metals by those, and gemstones by these. They have added many new items such as the precursor apparatus, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. So you can just combine all of the 6 automaton parts into one item. The haste ring got an upgrade to the haste artifact, so that's another epic accessory you could get yourself, or legendary if you recomment. It grants you a little bit more mining speed. And also permanent haste 3. There is a new Royal Compass Commission milestone item, which is just a normal item and it shows you the way towards the nearest emissary while you're in the Dwarven Mines. Let's claim that. There's a new Dwarven treasure item, which is earned occasionally from doing Dwarven events, such as Goblin Raid, Tasty Mithril event, and all of the other events in the Dwarven Mines. They also added a new enchant called Flow State, which grants you more mining speed up to 200 at level 1, so you need to break 200 blocks, and if you don't mine within 10 seconds, that goes back down to 0 and it resets. And at level 3, you can get plus 600 mining speed as well. So you have the titanium minecart item, which is earned from Dwarven events, and it's a pet item that grants mining fortune on titanium. We have the titanium tesseract, which applies the dimensional reforge when combined with armor, and this grants you some early game and mining stats. Polished topaz rod, it's a useful fishing rod to fish in the crystal hollows as it reduces your heat on each catch by 2. There is a new pickaxe over at Boo Boo over here, the rusty titanium pickaxe, which grants you 100 mining speed, 25 mining fortune when mining titanium ores. There's a new blazing sphere equipment reforge that drops from lava blazes, and it gives you some cool little mining stats. We have a new drill part, the Starfall Seasoning, which grants 25 mining speed, 10 mining fortune, and it's doubled within 20 blocks of a fallen star. Another new reforge stone called Pocket Iceberg, which applies a scrap reforge when combined with a mining tool, and this grants you extra breaking power. They've also added an item called Dwarven O's, which are attained through various means. There are 4 different variants, once for each type of sub-fortune, which you talked about earlier. And whenever you consume them, you get plus 2 for that stat bonus, up to 5 times permanently. If you head over to the Dwarven Tavern, you can speak to Brynamore, which allows you to buy the Filet O Fortune, which grants you plus 20 mining fortune for 60 minutes at a cost of 100,000 coins. We then also have the Chilled Pristine Potato, which grants you 0.1 pristine while in the Glacial Mine Shafts for 60 minutes, costing 250,000 coins. And here are just some miscellaneous changes. I'm not going to say them all, I will link the forum post in the description as there are quite a few changes, but I'm just going to highlight some of the important ones. So when you first start off and you want to get to the Dwarven Mines, you used to have to give 3 stacks of 10 enchanted items to Reese, and now he only requests 50 in total of any combination of mining items. They've also added extra forge slots to Heart the Mountain 5, 6 and 7, but they removed the forge slot from Core of the Mountain level 2. As you can see here, we now have 7 forge slots instead of 5. They also categorize all of these forge items, so you have refining, forging, tools, gear, reforged stones, drill parts, perfect gemstones, pets, and other things. So they're all categorized now, so it will take a little bit of a while to get used to, but I'm sure it's better like that. You can also search for items. All emissaries are unlocked at commission on milestone 1 now, instead of unlocking a certain amount through each milestone. Also, blocks now contribute their break and power towards the Minor Fiesta SkyBlock XP task. You also no longer get the same commission you have just finished. They've also smoothed out the Mithril Collection tier, so it isn't as big of a jump from level 6 to level 7. So Mithril Powder has been removed from the Crystal Hollows treasure chest, so you can only get Gemstone Powder now from there. But you have to do the Dwarven events in the Dwarven Mines to get Mithril Powder now in the most quickest way. I'm pretty sure it is way quicker than before, because Gemstone Powder is definitely like a million times quicker. It's so easy now, it's crazy. Video coming out about that soon. So the changes to Mithril Powder are as follows. Powder costs drop roughly triple the Mithril Powder that they used to. Raffle and Goblin Raid events now give 5,000 Mithril Powder for participation, and it used to be 2,000. You earn an additional 10 Mithril Powder per raffle ticket turned in, earn an additional 20 Mithril Powder per Goblin you kill in the Goblin Raid. Win the raffle will triple your Mithril Powder rewards. If the lobby wins the Goblin Raid, everyone gets double Mithril Powder rewards. Each tasty Mithril turned in to Dawn Espresso grants 50 Mithril Powder. If the lobby satisfies Dawn Espresso, everyone gets double Mithril Powder rewards. They have buffed the drop rate of Glacier Armor from 0.25 to 0.5 from Glacier Walkers. They reduced Bow's respawn timer to 1 minute instead of 5 minutes. They've also halved the length of Bow's respawn animation. They have also doubled the drop rate of Blue Goblin Eggs. And as you may have seen earlier, they changed Peak of the Mountain to be renamed to Core of the Mountain. And they've edited some costs for the tiers of this. So total Mithril Powder required has been unchanged, Gemstone Powder has been reduced by 50,000, and Glacier Powder reduced by 750,000. Treasure chests in the Crystal Hollows can now be discovered when mining blocks beside Hardstone, so whenever you see dark clay or anything, you can mine that too to get the chests. They have reduced the cost of Hardstone minions from tier 10 to tier 12. And they have done a whole lot of balancing changes for the Gemstone Gauntlet, Forge recipes, tool balancing, armor, miscellaneous things, pets, and reforged stones. I will not be going through these, but like I said, the link will be in the description for you to have a look at in your free time. And along with that, there's also been a bunch of die changes, which you can have a look at for yourself. So some dungeon changes. They've added a button for salvaging uncommon rarity items in the salvage menu. The Iceville puzzle now rewards 2 blessings instead of 1. And the Iceville puzzle now only spawns on floor 7, but it used to be floor 3 and above. So you'll be seeing that a lot less if you're not doing floor 7. The higher or lower puzzle is now only in floor 3 and above, but it was originally floor 2 and above. Quiz answers will now appear twice as quickly, and they've also sped up the animation that plays for the higher or lower puzzle. And quite a big thing for the museum, all instances of Scavenger 7 on weapons have now been turned into Scavenger 6. Also, the Golden Dragon Pets Shine and Scale perks now caps at 100 million gold collection instead of 1 bill, so we have to grind way less gold. The maximum stats you earn though are still the same, you just earn them a lot faster. If we go to the forum post, as you can see here, future plans. Below is a list of some content we're working on and we'd like to share with you. Please note, as always, this is not an exhaustive list, and some things discussed here might not ultimately make it into the game. We should also point out that we're working on other secret things that are not on the list as always. Chocolate Factory. We're pleased with the progress of the Chocolate Factory and have a few small updates on the way. These will address current issues and include new features like seasonal automatic egg collection, guaranteed methods to acquire the rarest rabbits, and more. We then have museum progression revamp. An upcoming update will overhaul the museum's reward system. Instead of gaining SkyBlock XP based on the total number of items displayed, you'll now earn XP based on each item's individual value. For example, a late game's item will provide more XP, while the total XP might be slightly reduced at launch. This change allows for greater XP growth in the long term. Plus, expect enhanced museum rewards alongside this update, so we're getting more museum rewards. That's pretty cool. You have Pest Hunter Wares. So now in the early stages of development, the Pest Hunter's Wares is a minor garden update that will add some more farming content to the game, mostly pest related. We then have here about foraging. As mentioned in our recent dev blog, we've made excellent progress on the foraging, with the new hunting skill nearing completion. While we're not ready to implement features from the latest Minecraft version, the foraging update is nearly polished. We're just waiting for the right tech to catch up. So it looks like that could still be quite a while away at the foraging update, but we will just have to wait and see. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video and it helped you out, please hit the like button and subscribe if you're new around here, and I'd hope to see you in a future video or stream of mine. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.